For real. Mysterious Antarctica. And this brings me to my final story. NASA denies InfoWars report claiming it's running a child slave colony on Mars. So it was kind of odd to even see this. These official reporters here talking like this, and that NASA even responded to such a claim. And I didn't know that they had said that, but as wild as it sounds, there was talk of the whole Mars thing there. And that leads me into this. This is what I want y'all to do. I want you to open up Google Maps. Give me a second. I'm going to screen share. And I'm going to walk you through this. And I'm going to have you guys see with your own eyes what I'm going to show you here. Now, this is one of two things. This is the sickest joke that NASA or Google has ever played on the people. And it shows deception. If they'll put a fake base on a planet, what else will they do? It raises the question. So if you're over here, you're on Google Maps, hit satellite, you'll see the Earth. I want you to back out as far as you can. You'll see Mercury, Earth, the Moon, and Mars pop up in the bottom. Click on Mars. Mine brings me up right here where there's a V cut and there's a spot here. Mind you, this is Google Maps. We're going to zoom in. If you can see the names on the screen, give you an idea. I'm just zooming straight on in here toward the Gale crater. This is the Gale crater. We're going to go right up here in between these two spots into an area called Yellowknife. Not anything else. Yellowknife. And what you see is a freaking base on Mars. You see the solar panels. You see it all set up and tied into these buildings. What looks to be no roads, but they're like traveling on the terrain. Can't call it Earth. Traveling on the terrain. And there's a huge satellite dish. You can even see the shadow. Now, this is where things start to not make any sense to me. Because one of two things is happening here. This is either the biggest sick joke NASA could ever do to the people. Put a freaking fake base on the Mars and make up some cockamamie excuse that it's an April Fool's joke. But yet it didn't come down the day after. It's still there. If it was a joke, why is there a freaking base on Mars in the images? Some are saying, they're saying it's a joke, but it's real. And then it makes me think, what about this whole anonymous thing talking about NASA making this big announcement? I kind of blew it off at first. What if it's not about life? They found alien life or anything like that, but we're already on Mars. I almost think that that step would come before they made that announcement. Whether this is fake or real. But I want you to realize this. This is the official Google image that some of you are seeing with your own freaking eyes right now. Your jaw's probably hanging and you're like, what is going on? Trust me, I've looked down every rabbit hole on this. And the excuse they give is the one I gave you. That they go on in this explanation to give this story of their opening a data mining center on Mars. And that it's going to be there as a hub for the outer reaches of space and all this other stuff. And I guess you're supposed to take it sarcastically, like it's some kind of joke. Why would you do this? If you're going to put a freaking fake base on Mars, what else is fake? Huh? What else is fake? Anybody. All of it's freaking fake then, right? Or what if it's real? What if they're just baiting it right there, breadcrumb for you? Sarcastically, this is just a little joke. If it was just a stupid joke, why is it still there? Now, do you think that thousands of people that never heard or never find that excuse from Google or anyone else, when they come across, what do you think they're going to think when they see this image? What are they calling it? Ziggy Land? Ziggy Stardust or something? That's what Google called it, but it doesn't say that on the map. Now, if you go over to Google Earth and you come to this exact same spot, it's not there. It's gone. Nothing's there. So it's not on Google Earth. It's on Google Maps official page for Mars. You're looking at it. It almost leaves you speechless. Like, are you kidding me? Okay, if it's fake, why are you putting a fake base on there, man? I mean,
they definitely went into detail to make sure that the shadows were all facing the same direction as the rest of the craters that are there.
Dude, they went into very fine detail, and I swear, my gut, I feel like it's a baited breadcrumb. Laugh if you want. It's a joke. It's a sick joke. I said before, this is going to be one of two bombshells. That it's the biggest fraud ever seen in satellite imagery, pushed on the people as a joke. Are you kidding me? And it's still sitting there. This makes no sense to me. That makes no sense whatsoever. Or it's real. I mean, it's up for you guys to decide. That's everything I've discovered on it. And boy, oh boy. I don't know, man. It's a wild one. I know B said he was going to be calling them up. As we get answers, I'll share them with you guys. But Danny sent me some info too, a screenshot off a wiki, and the only thing that he could find on this is them talking sarcastically about building a base on Mars. And here we have it. They never said in the Yellowknife region or anything like that. They called it Ziggy Stardust or something. This doesn't say Ziggy Stardust anywhere. What do you expect people to do when they zoom in on Mars and they find a freaking base with solar panels? I mean, that is a sick joke. Dude, it pisses me off, dude. It does. Because I know they're out there. Hell, we could be really looking at one. That's the craziest part about it. Slip it out there and tell them it's fake. They'll never know the difference. Looking at the real deal. I don't know. What's crazy is they made sure that every last detail when you zoom in on this. Where did they get these images of what building? I mean, look how it's constructed. All the piping, everything that's strung together. There's like no outer parking lot. There's nothing outside, no roads. It's very unique in design. I don't know. Maybe we should take some screenshots and see if we can't find this in the Arizona desert or something. You know, it's the only other thing I could think of. If you're going to try to find this base on planet Earth somewhere in a desert, and they've used that to stitch it in. Still, even if they did that, why are you putting out fake bases on Mars? If that's the case,
months after April Fool's Day.
Months. It makes no sense. And they're just going to leave it there. What's the next April Fool's joke going to be? I mean, entities moving around up there? Then what, are we left to wonder if it's really real, the same thing? I tell you what, it's definitely interesting. If you guys find any bases or anything similar to this out there, let me know. Because if we could just find one other location, it would tear this whole thing apart. They can't. I mean, what are they then going to say? We just keep on putting fake bases on Mars? This makes no sense. Why would you do that? It makes no sense. None whatsoever for a professional out. Get out of here. Ugh. That's where it sits, guys. That's where it sits. And yeah, I'm open-minded to anything you guys find on this. To me, it's big. Big. Big in the terms of a big fake base they're pushing, or it's a big real base. And yeah, man. Really can't wait to hear what they've got to say about this one. On the phone, get a manager, somebody. I'm going to get some real answers. But I don't know if we'll ever get them, guys. It is what it is at this point. And I'll do my best to update every detail I come across on this. Anything, like I said, I explained it word for word the best I could there. If you look into it, you're going to come across the same videos, the same information, the same explanation of everything that I just gave you. And that's where it sits. And to me, it just doesn't sit right. Like Watcher just said, they went out of the way with the detail in this, with the shadowing, the way everything's laid out, everything. They would have had, if this was a fake base and they took a picture and it was a fake base on Earth, the Earth would have had to have been in the exact position for the shadowing. I mean, perfect to stitch this to match the exact shadowing positioning of this area and the layout. What I do find interesting, I'll say this. If you go to Google Earth and you look at this area where there's nothing, you will notice that there is nothing. There are no big craters. There are no big spots. It's kind of a big flat. The perfect area for this to fit. I had a side-by-side. There it is. There you go. This is a side-by-side that I pulled up and I took. This is Google Earth on the left, and this is Google Maps on the right. Only one outstanding crater I'd say is this one that I've seen, where something's sitting. It's like sitting right over where that crater was. That you guys see it. Ashley, what's it say? It has a name there. Fresh craters, I guess. It says fresh craters right there. That's it. That's side by side. Nothing's there. Nothing's there on Google Earth, Google Maps. It's there. If it was a joke, why didn't they put it on both then? Why'd they go? I mean, the joke thing doesn't sit well with me at all. And yes, that is the freaking official excuse from these guys. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. Sick joke. Pisses me off bad. Because what if you are looking at a real base? If so, they did it on purpose. I'll tell you that much. It wasn't forgot about. They did it on damn purpose. Obviously, this was done on purpose, through and through. Whether it's real or whatever. But I don't know how we'll ever prove any different. It's frustrating. So I said, if you guys come across anything else out there connected with this, let me know.
Shit is real, 4 bill, 4 mil, trying to civilize devilish man from Israel. That's my job as the father and God, overcoming obstacles with impossible odds. Paradise lost, caveman kidnapped the stars and trying to move us back to Mars. Blind of our actual cause.
The Hebrew has no equal technology. He has the keys to the breakaway speeds to leave you. The psychic hypersensitive see-through says the veil's too thick for human beings to see through. They don't need to let you know that they don't need you. All you need to know is that they came from the Biru. Nimrod wants his gold and he's coming to get it, and that's why he's worshipped by the ones that collect it.
Machiavelli the Don, and this is Illuminati. Gonna shut it down. Much love to all y'all.